I've come to a sheltered woodland area because I'm assuming the sound isn't going through very well. Sorry about the picture quality. Looks all right. It'll do. It'll do. I feel very. See, this is the problem with feelings. Is that they don't happen as a sort of like. They're very rarely truly specific, our feelings. I mean, what's the difference between feeling shy and feeling nervous when you're in a situation, or being scared? These are all variations on the fear spectrum, aren't they? I feel fear. I do feel fear at the moment. Anxiety, awkwardness, worry. I feel quite a lot of these things. And I think that fear is when you're investing your attention in anticipation as opposed to concentration. You concentrate on a life that isn't currently happening around you but has been triggered by events that your brain's trying to process. And my brain is trying to process something at the moment that that I actually saw a couple of days ago and saw mention of a day even before that. And I've been needing the time to really do it, and now I'm using this talking to camera mechanism to bring it through. And it's about these poor kids I saw on a video from Channel 4 News in Syria with these three young brothers, and their little brother was standing by the window, and they heard the fight coming, so they said, "Get away from the window." And the news team filmed them in the hospital as they were forced to say goodbye to their baby brother because he lost his fight in the hospital. And the thing that I'm scared of saying is this spirit of murder that's going around. And it's not one that I feel that most of us want to exist in the world. We're all aware of the clashes of wealth that are going on, that are forcing this existential crisis on people who probably already had an existence in crisis as it was. They didn't need more crisis. And I think I'm going to have to roll with Chomsky a little bit on this one. I don't think intent matters. I think that the deaths of these children couldn't give a damn what country the weapons came from or in whose name it was thrown. I don't think that really matters. I mean, if they ever find out, I think they can know how to focus on who their enemy is. But I think we failed as a generation to stop the fighting. And every generation is required to stop the fighting, I think. And I would like to be the catalyst for the fight to end. I know there are plenty of other people out there that want to be the catalyst as well, so maybe I should even change my language on that one. It can't be a catalyst, I guess. I mean, the catalyst. Part of the steps in the direction of peace. I think, the thing that scares me is that I think that little kid who died could probably be called a martyr. Whoever was responsible for his death. Kid's a martyr. The kid is a martyr for all the messages of peace that come out of every single religion. Because what on earth did that kid have to do with translations of holy text or like the marching tide of progress and history? Nothing. Utterly nothing. A kid doesn't move away from the window if you tell it to sometimes. That's the freedom of being a kid. What? Shouldn't have to die for it. human tenderness is something that never makes the news, because you tend to not be running the cameras when the tenderness sets in. You're looking for the smoke and the flames, and hopefully you'll catch the explosions. I declare peace on, well, should we say the indigenous people of planet Earth? Anybody here that isn't indigenous to planet Earth? And the reason why I mentioned Chomsky is him and Sam Harris had an argument about, Sam Harris was trying to get his point across that intent matters, and you know, whether you're talking about civilization or bringing about the apocalypse, you know, bombing for civilization is morally superior to bombing for an apocalypse. But you word it like that, it's actually kind of true, but then you sound like a Western shill. And what the fuck is shilling? I think it's a word that you can use to talk about shelling and drilling. That's what shilling is. Now, I've just invented a new use to the word shilling. Oh, you're shilling, are you? You're justifying the bombing, for the shelling for drilling. So don't you be like believing that there are two sides to this. There aren't two sides. There are no sides. There aren't any sides. It's many wealthy people having a pie fight, and well, they're paying for it with our tax money, and we're like, we have the vote though. Yeah, to me it looks like this vote with Trump and the EU is the ruling class is going, well, we're in a right old mess, aren't we? Time to do something where we can blame the public. That's what it seems to be to me. It's what it feels like. Trillionaires of the world, get a better taste in planets, will you? Hey Google, I want to send one of your street map cars up to the moon and have it drive around. Make sure it gets enough pictures of the Earth. You're going to have to work out the maths on that one. And then when virtual reality comes, we can walk around the moon and go up to the flag. Wave at the flag. Yeah? So if the flag's there, no problems, huh? And if the flag isn't there yet, well, you got a bit of time. And Mars as well. Wow, imagine that. Getting one of your Google Street Cams out on a probe out there, and then you've got like a 3D rendering of the Martian landscape that people can download into their Oculus Rift programs and look at Mars and meet on Mars. Where should we meet? Where should we have our conversation? Should we meet on Mars? Some lovely rendering of imagery there. Yes, let's go to Mars. We can't go over that way. There might be life over there with water, so we've never been allowed to drive that way. Those that are alive, I salute you. More people in this world want peace than don't. Our existence is proof of this. It's good enough for me. I'd like some money. Money would be nice. But at the moment I don't really need it for anything else but investing into this idea I have. Wish me luck.